Hello, everybody. Welcome to Brothers Thrice. We're three close brothers who grew up in a tight-knit family, and we have lots of different interests and hobbies, but sometimes we debate about things. So today, we're doing a Pick Your Poison, aka a Would You Rather, aka Brian came up with this, so let's do it. I'm
I
Will.
didn't come up with it.
I'll start there. Hold on. And I'm Will with my brothers.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Brian.
There we go. Okay.
I
was about
for the record,
to say
I didn't come up with this.
Well, no, I didn't. But
This is technically a board game.
The topic you brought in, kind of thing. The idea.
Mm-hmm.
Not you created it on the
this
spot.
Is, yeah. It's a board game. It's kind of like a Cards Against Humanity kind of vibe, kind of game.
You know, not a fan of Cards Against Humanity.
It gets old real fast.
Fun for the first time or maybe two, but then after that, you're like, I
feel like it's not because you're pigeonholed to the cards that you have, so it's not like a lot of times it's just like nothing makes sense, and it's like sometimes things that don't make sense are funny, but sometimes it's just like okay.
Like when you do
half
Quiplash game where it's like it gives you a prompt, then you write your own. That's more fun.
Yeah, you can make it up.
Those are fun. Yeah,
and
like with Cards Against Humanity, people usually they lose interest really quickly. So they're like, oh, yeah, let's play Cards Against Humanity, it's so fun. And then like the third round in, they're like, this is the thing that's keeping me up at night. It's like, let's flip the card up. Penis. Who put that in there? That's crazy. It's
dead babies. What?
Whoa, Obama. No way.
Whoa. But it's not like we're not doing that because there's no cards.
Right.
Okay.
So how this works is essentially just like a glorified would you rather, as if we're little girls in our PJs at a slumber party. But so Kevin and I brought a few options to the table here.
I did nothing.
Take a break. My options here both are, hence the episode title, Pick Your Poison. Both are
poison.
Really, really horrendous options, and like you're gonna not have a good time with either the ones you pick, but whatever one you pick, that's the one you're stuck with. I think Kev went a different route, correct?
They're not so neither one of them are great, but they're not like I would die either way kind of thing. So I just came up with another one, so I'm gonna write it down before I forget. So you
okay.
Can start.
Are we ready to go?
I'm ready to eat some poison.
All right, poison. So here is our first option when it comes to pick your poison. This is a not a very deep one as far as existentially, you know what I mean?
Is deep,
this
or
is
it is
both
not
kind of just kind of gross. It is not a deep one.
It's not deep.
Okay. So we are all familiar with like steaks, right? Like a 6-ounce porterhouse or a 6-ounce filet mignon steak. Yeah.
Like mignon.
Okay. So here is question number 1 of Pick Your Poison. Pick your poison, chaps. Option A, you have to eat a 6-ounce portion of scabs, or use hot sauce as eye drops.
Oh, are they my scabs or are they somebody else's?
See, I thought the exact same thing. It does not specify. That changes
things. So if it's mine,
I would do that.
Then I'm definitely doing the scabs, because hot sauce in your eye would be miserable. Because
scabs would taste
very
bad.
painful.
Scabs would taste bad, and especially if it's yours, it would taste bad. But then once you get it done, it's over. Hot sauce in your eye will be lingering, and you'll have pain in your eyes for probably an hour. Yeah. Or more.
No, more than that. More than that. I would go.
It's like getting pepper sprayed.
Yeah, I guess even with someone else's scabs, I think I would do that, because just the Well, I guess technically you could get disease from their scabs, but hopefully your immune system is good enough to fight it off. I don't know.
Yeah, I would definitely.
If it was my scabs.
Is the steak of scabs cooked on a grill like a steak? Because then it would kill bacteria that's in the scabs on the grill.
Can I put steak sauce on the steaks?
Can you use the hot sauce
scabs?
Instead of putting it in my eye? Put it on the steak.
Yeah.
Well, none of that information is specified on this card here, but I feel because that changes things very much so. If we're in one corner, if it's cooked, another corner if it's your own scabs versus somebody else's, another one if you can add condiments to it. That's
I think, but in
It's
any
all over the
avenue, I think
place.
I would think I would still eat the scabs over hot sauce in my eyes.
Yeah, I think either. Yeah, no matter what it is, because you definitely don't want to put hot sauce in your.
That's like
I've
it'll be
cut
gross.
jalapenos multiple times and then touched your eye, and it's
boy.
like it's horrible for a while. Like
I cut peppers and then went to the bathroom, and then my pee-pee, tip of my pee-pee was burning.
Ouch.
It was not fun.
I think that's the chlamydia, Will.
No.
Yeah.
It was like
Oh, you want to know?
after
You know what?
going to the bathroom, like the little tip top. It
You
was
know what?
stinging like
It's
crazy. I was like, oh
on-
my god.
On the same.
Why do you hold your shaft like that when you go to the bathroom? You're holding the tip top. Who pees like that?
It's just like not like the tip top. It's like I don't know. You
Like a hose, you like you spray the hose. You like do
pinch the
this. That's
top,
what
you
Will's
pinch the
doing.
edge to get a good solid stream right into the bushes. No, I don't know.
Oh, that's
Pressure
gross.
wash.
Yeah.
Gotta get
No,
the little
on
marks off
that
the
vein
toilet.
though, just a PSA for anyone. You guys know of the thing, the spray known as poopery?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to spray it before you go, and then you go number 2, which leads me into my question. But I was, in a situation where I forgot to do that. And I was like, oh, so
Oh,
I
you
just
sprayed it
leaned
while you were
over,
sitting?
grabbed it, and I sprayed it while I was sitting. Don't ever do
Did
that.
it burn your butthole?
Oh, it burnt so bad.
What's in that stuff that it burns the anus?
I don't know, but
Well, I think
don't,
just anything
because you're supposed to spray
foreign-
it in the water before you sit. And then I
It's a
I didn't. I
it
sprayed
creates
it,
a
and then
stick
it just
barrier, I guess.
it like went just all flying around in there. It was really bad. So don't do that.
Thanks for the tip.
Don't spray it while you're on the toilet because you'll burn your butthole.
They should really put a
Yeah.
warning. I should sue.
You
For
should.
damages.
Well,
It might be
does-
on the
does
bottle.
it
Though.
say-
You probably didn't. It's because it probably says like in the instructions is do it before you sit down.
Yeah,
So
but they
technically
didn't have
are
any.
saying to do that.
No, I think it says before you go. So
Oh, that's true.
Hmm.
Okay.
You might
I don't
have
know.
a
I
lawsuit
actually,
on- Well, who told you to put the bomb on? I didn't touch you to put the bomb on. If you
Bomb
don't
in
have
your
any
butthole?
markings or anything, you won't have a case or anything. Because I could say
no,
that
I
happened
mean
to me.
it was
making
a
it
really
up.
long time ago. So, and I'm
Yeah,
not
well,
doing
you
it
said-
again.
You said you was leading into your poison pick, Kev. What was yours
Yes.
then?
So this is the one I just thought of,
Is it
and I
poop?
wrote it
Is
down.
Poop involved?
Poop is involved. So, would you
Yummy.
rather pick your poison here? Would you rather have to take a really nasty poop at a house party or in a crowded public bathroom?
I guess.
Wait,
like,
what?
Well, where public bathroom? Where?
So like you're at like I don't know, like a restaurant or a concert or something, and there's a lot of stalls and there's people washing their hands. There's people right next to you, and it's all very crowded. Or you're at a house party at like
Definitely
somebody's house
definitely
that
the
you're not really
stall.
friends with. It's
Definitely
like
the stall,
your significant
because-
other's friend.
There's no way a public bathroom that's like probably anywhere is like actually like nice and like I'm okay because also those are strangers. I don't really if I want to leave the bathroom, I don't care about them. Versus a house party,
Yeah.
like if I clog the toilet at a house party, that's embarrassing
Mhm.
because people are there and like you could have to be like, do you have a plunger? Or just leave it and
Hey,
hope that no one
guys.
finds out it was you. But it's like that's a lot of
That's risky.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because someone could see like
That-
I
I
saw
feel
you
like
leave
that's
the
a-
bathroom. It's like no.
That's a
Wasn't
piece
me.
of cake, honestly, because like I don't give a damn about public restrooms. Of
Yeah.
course, I'm respectful. I'm not gonna poop and smear it all over the walls, but like,
gotta do
if
what
I
you
blow
gotta
up a
do.
public restroom, it's like no big deal.
'Cause,
You
like,
know? And
there's people-
also,
Sorry, good.
if it's like if it's pretty stanky, then like if there's a bunch of stalls, you can't really pinpoint that location to you.
Also, it's a stall.
know
It's
what
a
I mean?
bathroom. It's supposed to be stanky. It's like literally.
Yeah, but
when
yeah,
people-
well, I mean, in somebody
you guys
else's
hold-
home it's
Well,
tough.
yeah. Do you guys like if you're in like stalls and like you see someone next to you in the next stall next to you, like do you like hold in farts or anything?
That
Mm.
depends. Can I sense the severity?
Well, no, like you try not to make it like really nasty and like blow it up when if someone's like right
Yeah.
next to you.
Yeah, a little. You try to be a little respectful.
Yeah, I mean, I've had plenty of occasions like sitting down and then somebody comes in and like numerous times in college, like I'll be on campus and I'll just be doing my business and then somebody will come in with haste and then just immediately sit down on the toilet, like you can hear
that's the time
the
when
contact.
that's the time you like that there's nothing they can do about it. Their only thought is don't don't do this in my pants. Do it in the toilet. And
I feel so bad for the guy
they probably don't even
because
think that you know that you're there. They're
Or it doesn't
tunnel
matter.
vision.
You're just
No, it has to come out. And I don't.
tunnel
you're
vision.
laser focused in because I felt so bad for him because, oof, it was
Yeah,
pretty gnarly.
I've heard it at work. I've heard it at work. If I'm in a stall and someone comes in and just starts dumping it, I'm like, oof. But you gotta get there,
Sorry.
and it's a bathroom, so that's what it's for. I just,
But be honest, do
the-
you guys peek at the shoes? Do you guys peek at the
Always.
shoes for maybe
Every
a little
single time.
later? Oh, you have to. You have to.
Oh, not to like call, not to like know that was the guy who was pooping, but just more to be like, what shoes
Do
they
I-
wearing? I don't know.
Oh, do I know? Like if it's at work, it's like,
Or,
do I
yeah,
know this
yeah,
person?
Do I know? Is that like? But I also like then I look. I'm like, I realize I don't look at anyone's shoes because I'm like, I have no idea who that could be my.
Unless they're like
coworker,
clown
but I have no
shoes, you're
idea.
not gonna really notice that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just Ronald.
Ronald blowing it up.
Well, for eating
Alright.
too much McDonald's.
McDonald's.
I have a
Brian,
coworker who has a very wide sneaker collection, so I feel like if he were to blow it up next to me, I would be able to know who it is based on his shoes because he has quite a few.
But if he has a lot of them, then you might not know which one is his because he has so many shoes.
Your shoes, his
That's fair.
shoes, my shoes, or Carl's. No,
Oh.
what is it? No, his
No,
salami
it's
leg.
your salami leg, his
or Carl.
Carl's shoes.
Carl's
It
shoes.
just all went to shoes. My shoes, his shoes, their shoes, his shoes, or that
Or
belongs.
Carl's salami leg. Jimmy
Neutron. Good
I
times.
watched that. I put that episode on in my class a couple of months ago because we were talking about the
Salami
the
legs?
Earth's rotation.
Oh, with the
Yeah, and because
pendulum
in that
thing?
episode, he was using the pendulum to prove Earth's rotation, and I played that
The
and,
whole episode of the clip.
the clip. But then later on, they're like, "Can we watch the rest of it?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I played
What is
it.
this
Yeah,
old?
sure.
What is this old show?
No, they knew it. They knew it. I was
They knew
very
about Jimmy
proud, even though it
Neutron.
probably
Oh.
came out. Yeah, it probably came out the year they were born, but it was good.
Well, maybe it was something they watched when they were really young. I don't know. Versus us watching it probably when we were more.
Gotcha.
I don't know. All right, bro. What's your next one then?
I mean, I watched Jimmy
want-
Neutron with my buddy. Shout out Jake. In college, I watched Jimmy
Okay.
Neutron just for fun.
Show Jake.
Because
Which Jake? You have like 5 friends named Jake.
this is Jake the Snake.
That's who I assume.
I feel like that doesn't narrow it down,
Yes,
but
it does. The only
Jake from State
the
Farm?
only Jake I know.
Yeah.
I don't know any other Jakes that Brian has. All right. What's your next poison
Alright.
pick, Brian? I want something to really so far these both have been like not really big quandaries for me. I've kind of like jumped right like, oh, of course this one. I want to be stuck.
Okay. This one this one is pretty gnarly.
Okay.
You ready?
Scabs.
Pick your poison, chaps. More scabs, yes. Pick your poison. Option A. After being intimate with your partner, you have to call their mother to tell them how it was every time, or you
Wait,
have a naked photo of yourself.
So call my partner's mother every time.
Correct. And
Not
let
my
them know
mother.
how it was.
Okay.
Yes. Call your partner's mother and let them know how it was. Or have a
Jesus
naked
Christ.
picture of yourself published on the front page of the New York Times.
is it a tasteful photo?
Yeah. Do I
Like,
look
is
good?
it like
I mean,
like
or is it
like,
like a
George
really-
getting like it's like I'm like, like, does it look good?
I'd say like it's a bathroom nude that you took
Like am I
at
like
3 a.m.
creepily like hunched over, like putting on my pants or something? Or is it like I'm just
No,
kind of
like,
like
it's
know,
a
like the thinker.
purposeful it's a purposeful nude pic.
Okay, so like my like
Yeah.
Don, at least
Twig
like
and berries
Dong-
are out for to see.
Dong wise, I would make sure that it's looking as best as it can, not as shriveled up little tiny peanut like it usually is, like right now. Right?
Right, like I didn't just come in from swimming in a cold pool.
Yeah,
It's
I was in a pool.
yeah. Like
I mean,
grow
it's
the grow,
it's a
not
photo
the show.
shoot
You
style.
know. Okay, so
Right.
Mhm.
I mean that I think this one's easy too.
that
I
one
feel
sounds
like you
pretty
got to
easy,
go
'cause I don't
picture.
wanna- Yeah, because also it's like why what did I do that's so amazing that puts
Yeah,
my
New
nude
York
photo on the
Times.
cover of the New York Times? That's
I mean,
that means a bit. That's a big
I
deal.
feel like for being an educator, I probably would be fired.
yeah,
immediately.
but then when you become like a
So-
world famous like model or something, because you like I don't know, or like a porno star or something, because like you're on the New York Times. Like why was that happening?
Well, maybe it's for a bad reason that your naked picture. Like, look at this asshole that we found. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Why would they pick my nude picture then? If they just could show a headshot, that'd be weird.
I feel
They
like
needed to
disgusting
show how
man.
horrible you actually are. Yeah, exactly.
if I wasn't an educator, I feel like it'd be a much easier thing. Like if I were in the private sector where I wouldn't
think
be
no
fired.
matter what, I think no matter what, I think I would get fired too.
I feel like you'd be less likely to get fired than like.
Well, is it against
you know,
my will or did I do it? Like, did I put in like this is my idea, or did someone against my will take it from me?
You open up the New York Times, or you get your little subscription, or somebody calls you and say, "Did you read the New York Times?" You had no
see the
idea.
front page. You didn't read anything. You just see the front page. Well, then, but why? How did it happen? Did someone against my will take it, or a blackmail situation? Like we're like, hey, you have to pay us this much, or we'll do this.
Let's say like you had no idea it was happening. Nobody contacted you. It's just one day, boom, dick and balls.
And I guess then it would also be like kind of like what's the word? Like complete ignorance. Like I have no idea how that happened. I have no idea how I got there. Like
unless it
fake.
Unless it looks really good, then you're like, yeah, no, I don't know where they got that, but that's me. I don't know.
Ladies, that's me.
Yeah. I feel like I would probably go picture just because.
Yeah,
it's one time and it's like it's not that it's gone. Like people would still have the photo, but like the hype of it would get rid of it. I'm not calling my mother-in-law.
Because I mean, like for the rest of your life, you have to call your mother-in-law.
Yeah,
every single time you're intimate. That would be brutal.
Hey,
how long does the conversation have to be? Do I have to go like?
Or can you pick a text?
Or it could be like good.
Got job done. Yeah, thanks. Have a good day.
Thumbs up. Send the thumbs up emoji.
Thumbs up emoji.
The eggplant,
in great detail.
Eggplant, and this symbol, and then okay sign at the end.
No, it has to be an in-depth, great detail conversation.
No, then definitely photo.
Yeah, I'd go that way too because it's only once.
Yeah,
it happens.
Yeah.
So especially because you don't know how it happened, it's like kind of like it's a surprise. You have no idea. This you have to actively do every time. Like you'd probably be less intimate with your partner because that that has to happen after. You're like, I'll just well, hold on. Is it just being intimate with your partner, or what if you're intimate with yourself? Then you still have to call because why would I call my mother-in-law for that reason? That would be wrong. Well, they're all wrong.
I mean, it would be wrong. Either way, it's wrong.
Oh, but the other one's just fine. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, we're not supposed to do that?
Hey, how's it going? Right. So just did my thing.
So it was good.
Why are you calling me at 3 a.m.?
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
I couldn't fall asleep. I needed
so I have one that's not too I don't know bad, but like also it's more fun and debating. It's less like like the last couple ones we've been on.
Brian's filth ones.
Yeah. Would you? All right. So this you have to take everything. It's not just you as a person. You're not you anymore. You are everything that these people are. Okay. Would you rather be Batman or Spider-Man? You have to take everything. Ooh. So your parent, if you're both of them, parents are dead.
Both parents are dead.
Your father figure as Spider-Man got shot, and you like watched them die.
So technically, you both have you have Aunt May, and then you have Alfred. So you both have like a support.
Both have one support. You are either super rich, or you're dirt poor. Not dirt poor, but like you're poor.
Definitely poorer than Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. So both dealing with a lot of trauma, both having to deal with a lot of different things, but in essence, like neither one of these are good. Mm-hmm. Like to be real honest.
Well,
I mean, you watched your parents die, you have a severe mental illness, and you beat people to near death.
I think that Spider-Man has less trauma than Bruce Wayne because technically I don't think his parents didn't die in front of him. Uncle Ben maybe did. But then that was kind of like his motivation to become a superhero. Bruce Wayne parents died right in front of him. He is straight up traumatized. And
he is mentally ill, and he beats up mentally ill people.
Yes.
Living in a crappy city.
They jaywalk. He just beats the shit out of them. Use the crosswalk. Did you guys see the new Batman?
I am vengeance.
You guys see the new Batman yet?
I did.
No, I want to very much so.
Right. Well, me and Kev will chat when you're not here because it was. I liked it.
I liked it. It was very long.
Yeah, but I still like wanted more, even though it was long. All right.
Shut the hell up. Don't go into more
I'm
detail.
no, I'm not. That's it. I'm not saying anything else. And then Superman came in, and it was crazy. No, they didn't.
And Iron Man came back.
Iron
What?
Man.
That makes no
That's
sense.
Marvel. All right. I
Nice.
would pick Spider-Man every time.
Every time.
I'm Spider-Man's my favorite superhero, and I think because
Same.
also like Bruce Wayne's rich, but like he has no powers, and also like he gets shot a wrong way, he could get killed easily. Like I guess
I mean,
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man could definitely get killed too.
yeah, but I
Yeah,
think
but I
he
mean, you
has
can drop a
super
building on
strength and
Spider-Man and he'll be
things,
fine.
super strength and a lot of things that he has that makes him heal faster and different things like that. That Bruce Wayne like is just a dude, like a dude who has some fighting skills, who really like gets the shit kicked out of him all the time. And,
He's
like, yeah,
got
you're rich,
all the
but-
money.
Yeah, but I feel like
He
if
can,
I'm-
Money
like,
isn't everything, Kev.
But if
he
I'm
doesn't have
also,
to
if
really
I'm
hide
Spider-Man-
things as much as Spider-Man does.
Yeah, but if I'm Spider-Man and I really want, if I'm like, I really just needed a little money to get by, I could easily save, stop a bank robber and just kind of take a couple of like $100 bills off the top.
So you're not a hero.
No,
So
you're a
no,
villain.
no.
So if
it's
I
just
ever get into it, I can
because
just
also
steal some.
it's if it was from a bank, that means it's insured and that money is going to go back to the bank and they're not losing anything.
So then it's okay. You might as well set the bank on fire. They're gonna get the
No,
insurance money.
No.
What?
I'm saying to get by. I'm not saying to go buy a car or something. Like, to get by. If I'm Spider-Man, I need to get by, and I'm saving the day. Give me a couple bucks, or I'd set up some sort of a commission thing with the police department. Say, hey, every bad guy I bring in, give me like $50.
Well, that's not
very low,
bad
I
for like incentives. You just start and then like they don't pay you, so then you're like, well, I'm gonna stop bringing in bad guys now because you're
Well,
not
no,
paying me and
I'll
let
just
the
a
city go
different
to crap.
precinct or something. I'll go to a different precinct.
Ah, I
Spider-Man can
see.
get
I
around
feel
real
like
fast.
the more I don't know, noble or honorable way for Spider-Man to make money would be to merchandise and sell like
Shirts and
different things instead of
Merchandising,
stealing from a
merchandising.
bank or
But that's a
blackmailing the
lot more.
cops to get you.
But that's a lot more. That means I'm gonna be designing and printing T-shirts and things on the side while I'm supposed to be saving people. At least if I'm taking a little bit of money off the top, it's while I'm saving people.
You're still stealing from a bank.
A little bit of embezzlement never hurt nobody.
Yeah, and honestly, steal from the big banks, steal from the
Yeah.
large corporations, fight the power. You're
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
I'm saving the little grannies and things like that, but I'm also taking a little bit off, just a little bit. Not like
So when you save the grandma too, then just take her purse.
No,
and then
no. That would hurt the grandma. I don't do anything to hurt the grandmas or the people of the city. Only hurt, not even hurt. Big corporations, if I take $300 out of a bag, they won't even know that's missing. They're like, oh, that probably just flew out in the breeze, because it's nothing.
Because in real world, there's just like stacks of money that get brought in at a bag that has a money sign on it.
The same way that we're talking about Spider-Man being a real thing, those money bags exist, right?
Sure.
Yeah, and every single one of those money bags, they all have the dollar sign on them.
Yeah.
And everybody wears like.
And
a
then the
little
robbers,
mask.
and then stripes
and everything.
What Brian, are you agreeing with Will?
Yeah, I'm all about the Spider-Man, just because Spider-Man has the coolest powers, and
because
I
I
feel
want
like
powers.
he's less lonely. Yeah, and the life
friends.
that he lives is way less lonely, compared to Bruce
MJ?
Wayne. He's just in the Batcave.
Yeah,
being
he
all
does.
sad.
But because of that, I mean, how many times do we see his friends try to kill him because they turn evil or they die?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but I'm Spider-Man.
Yeah, they got some pros and cons, but yeah,
pros and
can go.
cons. I feel like I would
climb up
probably
freaking walls.
I feel like I would be Batman just because your day-to-day life is more comfortable and you can do whatever you need to without having to worry about the other side of your duality. Like Peter Parker has to worry about being, going to work or dealing with all this other stuff, but then also being Spider-Man. And that's where all of his problems come
Well,
from.
if I'm skimming money off the top, I won't be going to work. I'll just be being Spider-Man.
But you said you were just taking $300, so now you're taking a full wage.
By. No, I said to get by.
You just need $300 to get by.
I have a really shitty Spider-Man studio apartment. Or I know I still live with.
I mean,
still live with
a
that
shitty studio apartment.
I'll still live
really
with Aunt
shitty
May.
studio apartment in Manhattan is a lot of money.
Yeah,
I live with Aunt May in Queens, and I'll commute. I'll take the subway into Manhattan, and then put my suit on top of a building, and then I go to work, which is Spider-Manning. and then I come home
But-
with a little bit extra money to then help Aunt May pay for groceries and the electric bill.
But then you still have
Sounds like
to
you got
deal
a
with
pretty good plan.
I think
you
so.
still have to deal with the Aunt May not knowing and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah, but the same way,
You could be on
Bruce
it.
Wayne also doesn't go out trying to get people. Like, he still cares if people knew who he was, because then they could, once they do find
Yeah,
out,
but
they
he doesn't
blow up,
have
they blow up
his only person.
his thing.
His only person in his life that knows is Alfred. So he doesn't have to
he doesn't
worry
give a shit
about
Alfred
he doesn't
getting hurt.
No, but
Alfred can
Alfred's
still get
with him
killed.
all the time.
No,
But
he's not.
he's-
Alfred's in the Batcave, and they could blow up the Batcave while he's gone.
Yeah, but then also he has to worry
happened.
about, like, he doesn't have to worry about going into work or dealing with all like the normal people stuff because he's so rich. Like, he doesn't have to go to the grocery store and get groceries. Like, Aunt May doesn't have to go into the grocery. Aunt May has to go and get the groceries. He doesn't have to deal with that.
She's retired. She got nothing else going on. Walk down to the bodega, get the groceries, and I'm out Spider-Maning. I come home, we eat dinner together, and then
All right, fine.
I go on a date with MJ with the money I embezzled from the bank. Take her on a nice dinner. And I say, "Oh boy,
my-
yeah." I love
Will's
you,
a
MJ.
terrible hero. All right, Brett, what do you
I
got?
think that's pretty that's more real life than anything.
Yeah, that's pretty
You got
realistic.
spider
as far
powers,
as
but
superheroes
it's-
go.
So you can't
Real life
with
stuff.
Kev, as Batman, you can't. No one can ever die. That's because that's your biggest rule.
And same
Can't
as
kill anybody.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, but Batman's that's his big thing. But
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Spider-Man's big. That's his big thing too. I mean, also, it'd be easier for you to kill people than it is for me.
yeah,
One punch, you can hit them wrong because you have super strength and just blow their face in.
yeah.
Or me, if I punch somebody as hard as I can, they're not going to die. I'm just a person.
They might.
I
Batman,
guess so.
Batman in the Arkham games, he's freaking yoked out. That he punched someone really hard, he could probably jostle their brain real good.
Yeah, like me.
Anyway,
I feel like I look like a scarecrow like this.
He went that way.
yeah, and you
So
got
then
no
he went
brain
that
either.
way.
Oh.
If I only had a
Got you.
brain.
All right. Are we ready for the next poison?
Give me
Poison.
Poison. That's the song.
Okay,
That
this one is
that
another
girl
nasty
is-
one.
Poison.
You ready for another
Yeah.
gross nasty?
Yeah, give me gross.
I feel like this one's even grosser than the last one I said.
Oh boy.
Hell yeah.
That's why it's a poison, because they're both disgusting.
Give it to me.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
Pick your poison. Option or in vial number 1.
Oh boy.
I just poison him with this.
Llama.
Poison vial number 1. You have to break into a sperm bank and drink everything.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Or you have to
I
start.
feel like I'll take the other one.
Well, hold on.
Oh, are you sure about this one?
Now go to a blood bank and drink
Boy-
everything.
Poison vial number 2. You have to start breastfeeding from your mother again.
I don't think that's
Like-
possible.
Right now?
But I don't think that's possible.
In this scenario, it is. In this scenario, it is possible.
So in this scenario, our mother's lactating again, and that
Correct.
happens.
That's how you get your
Can
nutrition.
I
yeah.
off myself?
Nope. Sorry, that's not one of the poison vials. So it's
How
very
long?
hard.
In what amount of time do I have to drink everything? Can I put
Yeah.
a little?
Can I do
a
it like
little vial of it-
periodically?
a little vial of it in like my water every day, and eventually I'll finish it all?
I'd say because it specifies that you're breaking into the sperm bank, so that
Oh, so
probably
it has
means
to
that
be
they
in that
have
moment.
alarms going on. So you have to go in and just chug it, and then you can go.
Jesus
I
Christ.
I guess
I
I'll go
I
the
guess
first one.
Well, because I think it's like okay, what's like it's either short-term horribleness or long-term embarrassment and weirdness with mother stuff.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with the first one.
Because technically, I think we
Yeah.
were all. I think I know I was a formula baby, so technically I didn't even
I think
do that
we all were.
in the first time. In the first, like the normal time, I would breastfeed.
So loophole, because it said you have to do it again. So we never did it the first time. So
Yeah,
we
it's true.
loophole, we
Boom.
don't have to do it.
Negated.
Yeah.
Mistrial.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess I would.
I think I would do the sperm bank just because like it's one day that I'll probably have nightmares about for the rest of my life, but I don't have to do it
But
again.
also, there's probably so much in there. You probably get such a stomach ache, and you'd probably puke it. If you puked it up, do you have to eat it again?
Well, I mean, it doesn't specify, but
My stomach
guess
is
you gotta
hurting
just drink
just
your
thinking
fill.
about it. It's really gross because I know I'm a big texture guy. I would not be able to get that down.
Oh, what about the frozen stuff that they had? Nice little popsicle.
Just crunch on it.
Maybe that'd be a
That's
little
gross.
bit.
All right, I'm gonna
summertime treat.
do mine now because to get that image out of my head, that'd be great. All right, this one is kind of it's not gross, but it's definitely a pick your poison. Would you rather have a 5-hour long dinner with a politician that you disdain and oppose everything that they stand for, or go to a all-day concert of a band / type of music that you absolutely can't stand?
Oh, definitely the concert then, for sure. Because I can
All
just
day.
All day, like
and all
8
day-
a.m. to like 3 in the morning.
I could lay on the ground and just take a nap, maybe. Like,
It's too loud. You can't fall asleep.
well, not like fall asleep, but it's like I would survive versus like
You
having to
would,
talk
I
to
mean,
someone that would
unless
sucks.
the politician kills you, you will survive.
Well,
So
no, but I'm
either
saying
way,
you
you're gonna
either
survive.
one, but I'd rather because it's even even if it's music I don't like, it's still music. It's not like
But
I
for
don't know.
like 24 hours straight
You
of
tap your
like
foot.
maybe
of like
eventually
Baby Shark.
maybe halfway through I'd start liking it and just embrace it.
Baby Shark, and just like on 24 hours.
That's not a concert, then that's just a loop of one song. That could be really.
I don't know. I'm just thinking of like terrible music. I don't know.
That's the concert that you think of, Kev? Baby Shark.
Yeah.
I feel like I would do. I mean, like, how long is the dinner? 5 hours.
5 hours.
That's a long dinner.
I feel like I could do a 5-hour debate with Ted Cruz. I'd be down for that.
Yeah, I feel like I would kind of want to have these
I could take
conversations.
a spoon of like cottage cheese and just like fling it out like a little cannonball. Just hit right him in the face. Yeah, that'd be kind of fun.
Like, so why do you suck?
Yeah,
Let's
am I allowed
start
to
there.
throw things at him?
You can't harm them in any way. No.
Okay, well, I mean, if I throw a piece of bread at his face, is that going to harm him?
No, I guess not.
What's the
Oh.
venue of this restaurant or something like
I'm
that?
sure it's fancy.
They have to pick, not you.
So it's probably going to be in like Cancun or something like that.
Or it'll probably be a
Texas.
barbecue place with only meat. You
Yeah.
have to go to.
He is a Texas senator. There you go.
The Texas barbecue. All right. I mean, like, hey, before vegetarianism, I could go ham, no pun intended, on a rack of ribs. So like a rack of ribs and a debate with that dude would probably be kind of fun. And it'd be kind of comical because he's such a ridiculous person and he's so dumb. So I feel like I would have a couple laughs here and there. I'd ask him questions about science.
No, so it would be Ted Cruz would be the person that you would have this dinner with.
Yeah, I think so because I feel like it'd be the most entertaining.
I think if you're gonna have an entertaining dinner about somebody who is just asinine, I feel like Marjorie Taylor Greene would be a solid choice.
Yeah.
Just because
but
nothing
I would get too angry.
I
I would get too mad.
Yeah, because it's like you'd still have to have a 5-hour thing where it's like she might just go so nuts that I just can't take it and I have to like walk away to not because I can't harm her. So eventually I may get so ramped up that I might just want to sock her in the face. So I might have to walk away. Maybe because maybe if it's like more of a chill, because it's also we only see these politicians when they're like talking to the media or they're like in Senate doing some sort of argument for their case, which is always stupid. But like at least it's like okay, maybe it's removed from that. They're at dinner, they're a little more chill because they're also still people. They're just like very political, so they have to be very political on their side. So maybe at dinner it wouldn't be as.
Yeah, you don't have to bring up politics. You just have
So,
dinner and be like,
like bowling.
thanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
What
only
do you do for
bowl,
fun,
I only
man?
bowl in the right lane. Never the left. Never the left.
What about bumpers?
Bumpers.
That
only
sounds
helps-
like socialism to me.
We're gonna hand out bumpers to everyone.
Yeah.
That
kind of sounds kind of fun.
yeah. That because I think
Having that dinner. Because
think
when
we
else would you
see-
ever interact with that person?
it's true. I
That's
think
true.
also I think they would definitely they'd be a little different than you see them on TV and in interviews because like they're doing their job then. when they're, you know.
Yeah, and it's putting on a show and everything sometimes
Yeah, and
too.
they have to like, make sure like, hey guys, make sure you know I'm cool. I'm with you guys. Not with them. Even though sometimes they're probably like, well, they make a pretty good points, but I can't say that because then I'll probably be kicked out of the party.
Right.
Yeah,
Or not
or
get
you wouldn't
voted
get
in.
reelected.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
exactly.
but what if you have that dinner with them? You're like, oh shit, this guy's not like a super horrible guy like I thought he was. And then,
Honestly, that's
oh
probably
no.
true. It's probably
I,
true.
I mean, I don't know if I hope that's true or I don't. I don't know.
I think
it's
that
just
is
fake.
I think it's more of a, yeah, it's all the political stuff is fake. I think that like they have to go balls to the walls as hard as they can into the beliefs that the party has, so that they look as good as possible to the rest of the people in the party and the people that are voting for them. So like,
Yeah,
do they
makes
actually
sense.
believe? Most of it's probably don't believe or feel that passionately about it on a normal like day. Probably not. It's all just
Yeah.
bull showness or whatever.
So I feel like it'd be educational, that dinner. So I would go with
Yeah.
that one.
Now that I'm talking about it more, maybe I would do that because then it'd be interesting to like kind of like, you know, because there's also there's no cameras, there's no other stupid stuff going on. It's just like, hey, just be a dude and I'll be a
Pick
dude.
their brain
or
a little
be
bit.
Whatever, yeah.
Pick the brain a little bit.
Yeah.
Why are you
So-
the way that you are?
Yeah. Why do you do what you
Why
do?
do you hate women and minorities?
My next one.
Cruz, you're Hispanic. You're you should be cool with minorities. Why
Ted
you
Cruz
not?
is as Hispanic. Ted Cruz is as Hispanic as Taco Bell. Okay, I
Yeah,
don't
it's
think
true.
he's that.
Well, like he has family. Like his family is of some sort, but yeah, he's whiter than me, pretty much. So
That's hard to do.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Brothers Thrice, we're now a far left podcast.
Yeah. I'll go get my Bernie hat.
All right, Brian. No,
my next one.
Okay, that Brian. Go ahead.
Sorry. My next one is just kind of silly.
Right,
But
it's not that last one. My stomach was literally hurting for a little bit until we stopped talking about it.
Yeah, that was pretty
Oh,
horrible,
no.
bro.
That was gnarly.
This one's just very silly. Okay, you ready?
Ready.
Mhm.
Pick your poison. Option number 1: you have to cut off your own nipples with a butter knife.
Butter knife? Oh, you said this one was silly.
It is silly.
That's not silly.
That doesn't sound
Or-
silly.
Or you have to switch lives with the next person that asks you for spare change.
For
Switch
how long?
lives?
Yeah.
Does
Forever?
it say how long? Like forever?
It doesn't say how long, but like let's say a
Permanently.
week. You have to cut.
Oh,
Oh, well, I
Both
mean, I
nipples?
guess permanently. It says nipples plural, so both nipples are cut off with a
Off.
butter knife.
Well, I would do that
Completely
because
off.
I don't want to switch lives with somebody.
well,
So-
okay. Do I have to hear them do I have to hear them ask me for change? Because if I have headphones in with noise cancellation on and I'm walking to my office in the city and I pass somebody and they ask me for change, I don't hear them. Does that count?
Loophole, I guess. But I mean, like, what if somebody catches you off guard? Like you're just walking outside. Hey, you got spare change? No. Freaky Friday.
But also,
You're Lindsay Lohan now.
but also that means like
Lindsay Lohan's asking for change.
Yeah, I mean, she might be. I don't know what she's up to right now.
I think she's doing better. I think she's gotten back to acting. I think she's doing okay.
All right, good for you, Lindsay. Shout out,
Good job.
Lindsay.
Good
I know
job,
you're
Lindsay.
listening. So
I think but also it's like I'm still myself just in this person's body. So technically,
mhm.
you know, anything that maybe would this person would be going through that would make them be asking for change, I'm not technically going through it. I'm just switching with their body. So I still have my mind and my thoughts and myself.
Yeah, but then
Right.
that person is now you. So
Oh, that's true. Who depending on who this person is or how, you know, what they would do.
then
That's
you
a
say you
week.
want to like did we agree? I thought it was forever.
No, Brian said a week.
I mean,
Oh.
I did say a week, but like you said, how long? And I was like, a week, and then you said permanently, but I was like, oh, I guess.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
that changes things very
Well,
much.
that
So.
obviously that changes things.
Yeah.
'Cause if I'm never gonna be myself again, then no, of course not. I'd cut my nipples off because they don't do anything. So
Yeah, you don't need it.
Uh,
What do you
they
need
would
a
just
Can
do
poison
I
it-
for?
sharpen the butter knife?
Nope. You
No.
take it out of the drawer
It's
as
dull as
is
hell.
right now.
you gotta yank it
Oh,
out and just
Ah, Like
Why?
what is it? 127 hours of that thing.
Yeah, but just his nipples
Just
get
the
stuck
nipple.
just stuck under the rock.
Ah,
No,
go without me. My nipples are stuck.
My nipple is just one nipple stuck. It's like I can't make it out. Just like just rip your nipple off. That's not a big
Gnaw it
deal.
off.
How
Okay.
pointy were James Franco's nipples that it could get caught in between a rock and a canyon wall?
Cutting diamonds.
It was so cold that night,
So
and
long
then a boulder
and
fell.
long and tubular.
Tubular
So yeah, definitely. If it's gonna be forever, and I like will literally lose my, I'll pretty much die because I'll lose my life. I have to start over. I would, yeah, no nips. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, I mean,
it would just
be
be
extremely painful, but
Or
yeah, but
like
it would
the
be
first-
scars that would just be in
First thing you
multiple
do, you go up, you like find a way to go to like, find like Timothy Chalamet or somebody like really like on the up at Tom Holland to just be like, hey, can you read this? Can I have some spare change?
now, so bring it back to Spider-Man. You're Spider-Man now.
Oh
Then
my
I would just
God.
fine. Or okay, Robert Pattinson. Say
Maybe
this for me,
Batman.
please. Yeah.
I'd be Tom Holland.
What is
man.
this? Get the hell out of my face.
He's young. He's good looking. He's in good shape. He's dating Zendaya. Like, he's doing fine.
Zendaya.
Is
Then-
it Zendaya or Zendaya?
Then
What you got,
Crystal would be married to Tom Holland then.
I'm sure
So
she'd be on board.
no,
she'd be
Tom
but
Holland,
it would
Tom
still-
Holland and
would-
it'll be your body. Yeah.
it would still look like me though. So it's not like I feel like
She'd be like, oh,
it would
shoot,
just
I
be
wish-
Tom Holland's personality.
Yeah.
So
Which
would-
I feel like
good
he
is
seems
that?
cool. He
does
seems
seem
cool.
cool. He does seem cool.
Would
Now,
would
do
you
speak
think
in
if
a
we
British
switched?
accent?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If we switched, do you think we
Hello,
would?
love.
I would. He doesn't have that kind of British accent.
know.
What is he? What is Austin Powers?
Cockney?
Oi, bruv.
Shall we?
Oi,
shall
bruv.
we?
My name's Tom Holland.
Hey, oi, oi. Shall we swing now, Spidey, or shall we swing later?
Okay.
Oh,
Yes,
Let's
nipples
see. I
are
gotta.
gone.
go.
Nipples are
I have
gone.
a. Would you
Peace out,
like
nipples.
a more depressing one or more like
I mean, no. This is Brother Thrice. This is all about fun.
fun? You talked
And
about
Kanye-
drinking stuff in a sperm bank. How are we talking about
Yeah,
fun?
Freaking stuff.
I mean, because that's not depressing. That's just kind of fun and
All right,
like,
just
silly,
for you,
know?
we're gonna do the depressing one because you brought up some gross things. Okay, would you rather have no one show
No
up to your no one showed up to your wedding? That will loophole. That you have actually invited somebody and people, so they didn't
Right,
show up
right.
because
I got
even
you.
though
Oh.
you invited them,
Speaking of nipples,
or-
the guy with the nipple piercings at your wedding, he can't come.
he can't
Well,
make.
he wasn't.
Um,
He just talked to us after. He wasn't there during the ceremony. Like, he was on the beach, so he wasn't like at the ceremony.
no, he presided over it. We all know. Have no one
He
come to your
officiated.
wedding, or no one come to your funeral.
Ooh.
I guess funeral, because I would be dead, so I don't give a shit.
Yes, I'm feeling the exact same way. I was gonna say literally the exact same wording and everything. I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah, I'm dead. Like, who
But it's like-
cares? Peace.
No one would come. Like, you guys wouldn't come to my funeral.
Nah.
It's
Not even
Will
like-
who?
That
we-
my
we- I-
wife, no one would come. No one would come. It'd just
We
be
don't-
me and the I guess, well, I don't know, priest or whoever there would be, just be there, and they'd be like, all right, I guess no one's coming. Throw them in the dirt.
we had no casket. Just
I don't want one of those. This is
Landfill.
stupid anyway. They have
Yeah.
this. I want to be.
I'm turning
turned
into a tree.
I want to turn into dirt or.
You're already a tree.
You
You
bastard.
That was too easy, bro. You gotta set yourself up for that.
You just softball. Knock
Well,
that
they
one
have
out.
natural burial things where like you can be put into like an egg sack
Yeah, that's what I
essentially, and then
want.
that goes on in like the root structure of like a little sapling. That's
Yeah.
me.
Do you get don't you get cremated though first and then turned into and put into the soil, or your full body goes in there?
I'm not sure. There's a couple.
There's a lot of different ones.
methods
I've
that they
seen one.
have
I've
out
seen
there.
one where you literally are like put into like this like crate, your dead body, your whole body into a crate, and then like and like with sawdust and hay and all this different stuff, and then you eventually decompose enough that like then you just pretty much become soil that like your family could like take or use. I don't know. It'll be
Yeah.
dad's, it'll be
That'd be
dad's
weird, though,
mulch.
like
It'll be dad's mulch next spring.
Wow, how quick am I decomposing? Damn.
Well, I guess maybe 2 springs. I don't know. Maybe it might take.
Oh,
It
just
depends.
2. Okay.
I don't know how long does it take. I have no idea.
I don't know.
Probably a
Depends
decent
how
amount of
active.
time.
That's just,
Depends how active the soil is. And there's a lot of like earthworms and maggots and different things.
that's just shoveling the mulch, and my lower jaw is just in the garden now.
Oh, like well,
That ain't
well,
Right.
decomposing.
Riley's running around with it.
the bones would
Hey, no,
decompose
leave it,
eventually,
leave it.
right?
What do you got? I don't
Yeah,
like.
'cause it's-
I mean,
I think they
a
do.
long time.
Like
If any, because I mean, people can dig up bones from like 100 years ago.
yeah, but so like dinosaur bones, but aren't they like those like became like more like hardened like in a rock? That's the reason they stayed preserved, right?
Well, not the most fossils that you find in terms of like bones and stuff like that have been replaced by minerals or other stone. Like they wither away, and then like the imprint that was left in the rock has been filled with something else.
All right, so so it's like saying like if I had a box of just a box with a bunch of earth stuff and my body, eventually my bones would also be gone.
Yeah, but it takes a long time. Not
Yeah.
2
Long.
springs for Dad to use for mulch.
That's true.
No.
I want to look it up while we do the next one because I think that
Okay.
how long?
What you got, Brian?
Well, what about you, Kev? Would no wedding or no funeral?
I probably know funeral because it's just I feel like it. You don't.
'Cause it's
You're
more for the
dead?
people who are alive, and if no one cares about that I died enough to come to my funeral.
Yeah. Well, I feel like, but then in that sense, like, if like say I die and Crystal's has to bury me, and then no one's there to support her, like.
Well, no, but I said.
Oh, no, she's not going
she's
either.
She's not even there. You're literally
Uh,
no one came.
I guess then if no one's there, then I would pick that one. But if it's like
Yeah.
Crystal all by herself,
She's busy. You're gone. She's busy sipping Mai Tais in Bahamas, like
yeah, she's using
living
the
off that life insurance.
Yeah, life insurance. She's living it up.
yeah, all the
Yeah.
life insurance that I have.
Yeah.
Being a teacher.
Big money,
Our-
big money.
What do you got, Brian?
Okay. Now I know how I said that the last one was silly and it was more violent and gross.
Was
This
not
one's
silly at
actually
all.
this one's actually
Oh,
quite
hold on.
silly,
I just
and I
before,
mean it.
before you get into it, I just saw this thing.
Okay, what is
says that you may be wondering, will a skeleton also decompose? The answer is yes. If animals do not destroy or move the bones, skeletons do normally take around 20 years to dissolve in fertile soil.
Interesting.
Alright.
And it says, however, in sand or neutral soil, skeletons can remain intact hundreds of years. Because it has to be like a soil that's like a lot of stuff's doing worms and a lot of life inside the soil.
Yeah.
But if it's like a desert, then it might stay a lot longer because there's nothing really going on there.
True.
All right,
Well, I mean,
so
yeah,
20 years.
That's why they found like the Australopithecus, like early human ancestors in Kenya and stuff like that, and that's
Mhm.
pretty arid. So that
Just think
makes
about
sense.
how many places
It's actually Tunisia, but that's fine.
Oh, I thought it was Kenya. I'm sorry.
so but think
It's
how
either
many
Ethiopia or
things have-
Tunisia. I don't remember.
how many things have died that we'll never find because the bones are all gone. Like how many like there's
true.
so many dinosaurs and different kind of animals that are extinct and that will never exist again, and we'll never know about them because they're like a little blip on the Earth's calendar.
Damn, that's deep.
That's deep.
Damn, that's deep. Would you rather drink eggs or lick your
Speaking of
mom's
which, this
feet?
one
All right, go ahead, Bri.
eggs.
I would say how much time have we been going? All right, let's do this one. We'll do this last one, and then we'll do like I'll chat about it, and that will be our last one. We want to use it because we may want to use this for other times. We want to use all of them.
All right, yeah, this was a good sode. All right, here's this
sode,
one
good
is a
sode.
good one to end on because this one's very silly. Pick your poison. Option number 1, you now have walrus tusks, like the
There's a
big
movie
old
about that.
things, or you have to have the arms of an infant.
Walrus tusks for sure.
They would
Well, I mean,
probably
those
they would
things,
definitely get in the way, for sure.
Yeah, you look down to tie your shoes, boom, you just stabbed yourself in the abdomen.
or
Gonk,
I mean,
bonk.
well, come
or
on,
you're
I
like,
mean,
or you're
we're
like
just
this.
Like a T-Rex.
Can you hand me that thing over there? I can't reach it. And also, you don't have the dexterity or the grip strength to
Babies
pick
have,
things
Oh,
babies,
up.
def-
have grip, babies have grip strength. You ever had them hold something? Like they're really good.
Yeah, I would definitely go walrus tusks.
Really?
Come on, how cool that would be to go to the dentist and just be like,
Yeah, but like it would. But speaking of dentists, it would probably take you like 6 hours to just to brush your teeth.
Can I have them removed? Like
It
full
would
tooth?
take
No,
it would take you
Why
6
not?
hours to brush your teeth with infant hands too.
Can I trim them? Can I trim them so like they're not as pointy and about? Can I trim or
File them down?
sand them down? Yeah, so they wouldn't be as sharp. I wouldn't
nope.
hurt
That would
myself or
be
others.
cheating. You go
They're
to
my tusks. So do what I want.
you go to wherever walruses are. I don't know, Antarctica. No, that's penguins. I don't know.
Okay,
Wherever, go to a local aquarium, and whatever that guy's got going on in his mouth are now in yours.
Yeah, but I'm also a person
like-
who has tools and hands and things I could do that I can then like.
Well, this is also
sand
not
them down,
real.
Or well, yeah, but I'm making it real. You're asking if this is
What
what
I say goes.
I'm
Walrus
definitely
tusks.
Yeah,
walrus
away.
tusks for
Because it would
sure.
make- like it would be a pain to kind of move around with them and things, but like at least doing tasks wouldn't be as bad because I still would have normal arms.
Yeah, I feel like you'd get used to it eventually
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, and come
Or
on,
just
you'd be the cool guy
I'll
with the
put some
walrus
big-
tusks.
Yeah, look at how cool you'd be.
The cool guy, or people would stay away from you because you got freaking walrus tusks.
Well, if
I
you
think
start
after they would get to know me,
impaling
they'd be
people
like,
with
"Wow,
people,
nah, this
don't
guy's
do
cool.
Yeah.
Don't mess with me. I'll bite
Or
you."
I'll put some
Yeah,
big, I'll put
honestly,
some
you have a
big corks on the bottom of my tusks, so they wouldn't stab anybody.
cheese corks,
Wine
wine cork.
All right,
I
let's
would
do
just
one. Sorry, go ahead, Brian. Go ahead.
I was just walking around saying like cuckoo kachoo, and that would be kind of fun.
Yeah, because
do
you
like a
would be the
walrus.
walrus.
That's right.
right,
I
I'll
could be
do-
the walrus. I still have to bum
I'll
rides
say
off you.
do Kev, do one more.
I'll do
'cause
one
that
more.
That one wasn't as throrilling as I. Is more
Would
easy
you-
Oh well,
to-
sorry.
Well, you know, it
Would
was
you
like-
rather? Okay. Would you rather have to be a part of a survival reality TV show or a like a party, dating a dating reality show? So like
Am I
a
not-
show like
Am I not
the show
um,
Alone or like Love is Blind. Like which one would you
I-
want to?
Am I in a relationship currently like I am, or am I a single person that's okay to be on the dating show?
We'll say single person.
Then the dating show for sure. Because
Yeah,
then I don't think the Survivor stuff is like 100%. Like they're not like legitly actually always living outside. Like that seems like it's too much to be real.
Well, I mean, you ever see the show Alone? That's pretty legit. We just watched some of that last week.
But isn't people?
It's a great show.
But aren't people following them with cameras?
No,
Nope, they have their own. They have
They
they
have
have, a box with camera equipment, and they have to film everything. And these people like they almost die all the time.
But
So
then
like
again,
it's
so
pretty
the
legit.
Random people like just they can use camera equipment. Like seems like
well, it's just like a bunch
they
of
have to be
cameras on
trained with it.
tripods, and they
And
just like have to like
GoPros.
put
like oh
yeah,
my
like there's a
battery's
GoPro
dead.
hat or whatever.
They have to be trained with it before they go
I'm
too.
sure. I'm guessing.
I would do the survival stuff
Well,
just because
that's
I
right
love
up your aisle.
camping, and that would be a lot of fun.
Is it
and
naked
also,
afraid?
like,
You have
you
to be
ever-
naked.
I'm down with that. You ever watch like those stupid ass shows like Love is Blind? They're so
I watched
dumb.
Love Island is one of Em's favorite shows. It's the British
Yeah,
one. It's so good because it's literally it's different though. It's not like a cheesy Bachelor kind of thing. It's literally every it's a daily show, so it's on every day, and then you watch like the day before. So it's like in real time. If you're watching it while the season's happening, you're watching in real time. These people live in a villa in Spain and it's like a nice pool and nice things, and they start off with there's like six of each, I think, boys and girls, and then the girls are standing down there, they're all wearing bikinis, and the guys come
boys
in
and girls. You mean men and women? What are they like? What are they like? 10 years
15-year-olds?
old?
Yes, sorry. But it's also great because it's British. It's a British show, so like you have to have subtitles on because some of them are like, "As you and it's like what they say? Yeah, it's like, oh, bro, what's happening, Mike? Oh, Tom Holland's there. No, so but then it literally you cut. Then you like you meet you choose. Then you couple up with people. You have to sleep in the same bed with them, and then new people come in, and it makes people's heads turn. Like, oh, that's
Before
hottie.
marriage.
Yes, out of wedlock. Yes.
What?
And there's challenges, there's a whole bunch of stuff, and it's like because it's every day, and the show is like it's like 50 something episodes long. At the beginning, you're like
50 episodes long. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a long show, but like you
That
really
sounds
once you
horrible.
start getting into it, and like once you say it's slow in the beginning because it's like you really know the people, but by the end, like you really like get to know them so well because you spend so much time with the same people. It's a lot. It's harder than to say what it actually is, but And also, they're literally just living in a nice villa with a pool in Spain for 6 weeks during the summer. So I'm like, that's not a bad show to be on. And
No, but like I
That's
feel
fair.
like
That's
I
fair.
wouldn't be able to deal with the people that go on those shows for
yeah,
6
but
weeks.
most of the time, they're all the same kind of people, like But also,
Exactly.
But also, when
I wouldn't want to deal with
think,
that.
no. Hold on, listen. You think that they're like this, like you think they're like fuck boys and like just like all like the people you don't ever want to hang out with in real life. But literally, as you get to know them throughout the thing, you're like, that person's a great friend. That person is loyal. That person's like that. Like you really get to know them more than like just the persona they put out. Like that's judging the book by its cover. So it's nice.
Sure.
I feel bad for that. I feel bad for the editors of that show. Every single day they're
Yep.
working day and night.
Well, they probably have all the
Jeez.
they have all, and it's also all hidden camera style. Like people know they're on the show, but like there's no like there's a host that comes in like once every like 3 weeks. So like there's literally, and the only way they interact with the production is they send them texts from their phones. Like, oh, I got a text, and then they read it like, oh, and they tell them like what's happening in like in the game of the show. Like, oh, there's gonna be a challenge today where we have to do this, and the person who gets the most gets we get a party tonight, and like they pretty much like it's all like it's very like there's no like host, there's no like outside, they have no idea what's going on in the outside world, like it's very like you're there and that's it. Very cool.
I'll
feel like-
choose the survival show.
Yeah. Well, there's a difference between the survival show and the survivor
No,
show.
Survivor is not really a survival show. So
No.
I would say like Alone is what I'm thinking.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah,
give me
or
that.
Bear Grylls
Yeah,
or something like that.
you have
Yeah,
to
I would
drink
do
the
that one
you have to
'cause I
drink
like
the
camping.
urine before you get dehydrated.
That's pretty good.
And cut
That was
off your
actually
nipples.
that was a pretty good Bear Grylls will.
You gotta cut off your nipples before the nightfall.
Before an animal bites them off.
And you beat
Yeah,
the
well,
animal
oh,
by
here's another one. Would you rather
No.
cut
Yeah,
off
you
your
have to
nipples
cut-
yourself
you have to
or
cut
have
off
a
your
bear
nipple.
bite them off?
You have to cut off your nipples before somebody says, "Can I have a spare change?"
No.
Somehow in the wilderness there's a person asking for spare change.
That's where he lives. That's why he needs to change.
I don't have a house, I live in the woods. All right.
Exactly.
Well, we drank all the poisons and some stuff from a sperm bank. And
Ew.
we'll be back next time with a new episode. So come back and listen. And thanks for coming.
Yeah, and if you have any ideas for any bracket style episodes or any non-bracket style episodes where
Yeah.
we shoot the shit as you saw today, hit us up in the comments or hit us up at Brothers Thrice. Is it brothersthricepod@gmail.com?
Nope, just brothersthrice@gmail.com. We've gotten
Brothersthrice@gmail.com.
one email from our mother.
Nice.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Really?
Box
Thanks,
is
Mom.
empty.
Thanks, Mom.
Besides that. So yeah,
Nice.
hit us up and we'll see you guys next time. Brothers Thrice.
Peace.
Peace. Brothers Thrice.